Our first project is called the 10 Little Indians Theme Project, and we are going to explore the various themes found throughout Sherman Alexie's 10 Little Indians. So for this assignment, you're going to pick a theme and then complete a visual project connecting the theme to one of the stories that we have read. I'm going to click on this link for the instructions. All right, so when we are talking about Sherman Alexie, we can clearly take a theme and find out throughout his short stories. What we're going to do is explore several of these themes, but we're going to select one of the short stories from the 4 that we have read. So you would choose a theme and they apply it to whichever story you choose. And then you're going to gather quotes and images to create either a PowerPoint or a Google Slide visual to represent how this theme that you've chosen is portrayed in the story. And your task is as follows. Okay, so for the visual aspect of the task, like I mentioned, you're going to select one of the short stories that we read from 10 Little Indians. Once you have selected your story, you're going to choose one of the themes below. It can be tribal custom versus modern custom, alcoholism, identity, relationships, or loss. Once you have selected a story and a theme, you are going to create a project that involves searching for, gathering 10 quotes from the story that you choose from 10 Little Indians, and then searching for 10 images that relate to those quotes. Those images can be found on Google, or you can choose to create your own images if you're an artist and you like to draw. So if you will create your own images, you will insert a digital version of those into your project. So once you have that, you are going to organize and display your images and quotes, like I mentioned, in a PowerPoint or Google Slides visual. If you do use Google search for the images, please make sure that you click on the image and you reference the image's origin website. Once you have finished gathering your quotes and your images, you are going to complete a reflection. This will be a 3 to 5 minute video reflection discussing why you selected the quotes and the images and how these are connected. You're going to justify your selections, and this is going to be your reflection, is this justification, and it's going to be verbal. It's a voiceover recording that you do. The last part of this project will be a citation slide. So you're going to cite all your work using MLA in-text citations for your quotes and your images. And I do have a tutorial on how to do that. And then you're also going to include one slide as your works cited page. So these are going to be any images that you use and in our book, 10 Little Indians. So the summary of a final product looks like this. Well, we don't have the link. I do have an example for you to look at, but this just to kind of get an idea of what your final product will include. It will be 12 slides in total. One introduction slide that tells the name of the short story, the theme that you picked, and your name on that. Then you will have 10 slides that will contain the quotes supporting your theme and the images that support the quotes you selected. Then on each slide, you're going to have 2 MLA formatted in-text citations. One will be for the image and one will be for your quote. So each slide will have a citation for the quote and a citation for the image. Once you have finished your 10 slides with your quotes, you're going to create one slide that is your work cited using MLA format. So you're going to have 11 citations in total, 1 for the book. So for the quotes, you're going to have 1 citation for our book. They all come from the same source. And then we're going to have 10 citations one for each image. Once you are finished with that, like I mentioned, you're going to have your voice reflection, in which you're going to discuss how each quote you selected supports the theme and how each image support both the quote and the theme. So you're going to justify your choices. And the reflection should span your entire presentation, beginning with the first slide all the way down to your MLA citation slide, works cited slide. Now, there are, to submit, there are two ways to do this, to submit your completed work. Either way, you're going to submit this in Canvas, and I do not want to have to download your project to view it. I want it to be straight in there, and you're going to do this by creating a link to a YouTube video of the screen recording. So whether you use PowerPoint or you use Google Slides, you're still going to create a link to YouTube. So to do a screen recording, you can use these two options. So if you have a Mac, you can use QuickTime, which is pre-installed on your computer. If you own a PC, you can use Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using to do this video tutorial for your presentation. I find it very easy to use. Once you have created your reflection, your voiceover reflection, you're going to upload it to YouTube. There will be no Google Drive account. That's a little bit harder to do. I found that students do not use that, so we're going to use the link for YouTube. Now, if you would like to collaborate on this project, I do have that option available. So it will be working with a partner for this project, and there will be two roles, one for the writer and one for the speaker. So each partner would have their own roles and responsibility to perform. So the writer will search for the 10 quotes that strongly connect with the theme that both of you decide to focus on. And the writer is going to search for the quotes and write the one quote on each slide. Please use quotation marks and MLA to reference the quotes. And then you're also going to help write the speaking notes. How are the quotes and the image connected? How do they support your theme? Then the speaker's role is going to be to find 10 images that strongly connect with each quote. So this is where you're going to work more together, is how does the image represent the quote selected? So I want both of you to agree on those and to make sure that you have that strong connection between the quote and the image that you select. So the speaker will find the images, add those to the slide, and again, make sure you use correct MLA reference. The speaker will also help with the speaking notes, but here, this is where the speaker will do the part of the project where they do the voiceover reflection, the 3 to 5 minute voiceover reflection. If you do have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'd be more than happy to go over the optional project collaboration if you are interested in that. Right, now going back to Canvas. So I do have an example project for you. I do want to point out that this is done using Lawyers League, one of Sherman Alexi's stories that we are not going to go over this semester, but it is used here as an example of a final project, of what a final project would look like when you complete yours. So please view this project here to get a very good sense of what the final work looks like. I have a few resources for you. For MLA format for in-text citations, please follow this link. And then for the works cited, MLA works cited slides, please follow the second link. I do have tutorials for both the PC, so if you're using a Screencast-O-Matic for your PC, there's a brief tutorial. And there's also one for using QuickTime with Mac. So once you have completed your screen recording, you're going to upload your project to your YouTube account, and I have again a brief tutorial on how to do that. Once you have uploaded your presentation to your YouTube student account, you are going to generate a link and you're going to submit that link. If you are working with a partner, each of you will submit the same link. This project is worth 70 points, and there is a scoring rubric for the project, which I highly encourage you to go over at the end once you're finished to ensure that you have completed all the requirements for this project. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me using inbox messaging. I would be more than happy to help you out with any difficulties you run into.